Welcome everyone, I hope you're having a very wonderful day. Welcome to my black bear guide for New England Mountains. Before we begin, I want to quickly break down how this guide's going to work. It's going to be broken down in 3 sections. The first section will be covering zones, the second will be weapon recommendations, and then lastly will be the animal profile, having the time zones, fur types, and all the information you need to make your hunting life easier. So let's begin with zones. I probably won't be showing you guys anything on the map on where to go. I'm probably just going to show you here on my actual in-game map on how I hunt black bear and the best places to actually hunt them down. Because the problem with black bear is once you kill one of them, they're going to go to they're going to respawn and go to a different zone or a different part of the map. So how I hunt black bear on New England so far is I cut through the rivers. I start on this right hand side, cut through Driscoll Pass, go down to Lambert Hills here in the bottom right, and I keep going all the way until I wrap around the entire map. Now, when I get done with that, I cut through this middle section of the creek here, which I recommend going through multiple times, at least maybe 2 or 3 times, because the black bear like to hide in the trees and stuff there, which makes them difficult to hunt. Now, when it comes to lakes, it's relatively easy to spot them at the lakes, but the most consistent lake of all, in my opinion, is this one here, Hawthorne Lake. And there's also a few others, like this one down here in the bottom left. That's very consistent for black bear. And these 2 lakes here, out of these 3 here, are pretty consistent with black bear as well, but it's just going to really depend on your map, so there's not a really good way to showcase you guys hotspots for black bear considering how they move around when you kill them. So that will cover all of locations, so we're going to move on to weapon recommendations, so I will see you guys at my tent. Alrighty folks, we're here back at my tent, and we're going to do our quick weapon breakdown. We're going to start with rifles, move on to handguns, and then shotguns. I will not be covering bows because I'm not a bow user. I will leave that to the professionals. Now these are my weapon recommendations, however I do always recommend going out there and exploring to see what you enjoy and use. And I think something is creeping up on me right now from the woods. But we're going to ignore him, and we're going to start with the 300 Cannon Magnum. This is a base game weapon. Very solid rifle. You can perform follow-up shots with it. It's got 4 rounds in the magazine. Very solid. But if you want a better rifle, in my opinion, this is my personal preference. This is also my favorite weapon to use when it comes hunting big game. The Arizona 300 Mag Tactical is a very solid rifle. It's semi-automatic, 5 rounds in the magazine, and you can find that in the High Caliber Pack DLC. Further down is the Kerman 50 inline. I have not purchased it for this playthrough, but I have used it before I restarted my account. This thing is a very solid muzzleloader, very fun to use. You only need 1 round when it comes to hunting black bear. That turkey just threw me off. But it's a very fun weapon, and we're going to go down to its cousin. The Caplock 50 makes you feel like you're Daniel Boone running through the woods. Very fun rifle, very fun muzzleloader in general. And you could pick that bad boy up in the Smoke and Barrels Pack DLC. Highly recommend that. It's very fun to use. I like killing whitetail with it as well. Further down, we have another base game weapon. The Rangemaster 338 has 1 round in it. As I said, you only need 1 round for killing black bear. You'll typically find them only in single groups. And yeah, it's a very solid rifle. But if you want to upgrade your bad boy, you can come down here to the LRR 338. It's got 5 rounds. It's not a semi-auto, but it packs a mean punch and does the job as well. You can find this bad boy in the Hunter Power Pack DLC. Very solid rifle. And we're going to go down to the handguns now. I'm only going to recommend 2 handguns here today. The 4570 Jernberg Superior. I'll always recommend this as a handgun. It's just very fun to use, even with it having 1 round in the barrel there. It helps level up your pistols rather well, and the 4570 round is very solid. So I always recommend this pistol to use. Yeah, and that comes from the High Caliber Pack DLC. I almost forgot for a second there. And further down, we have a base game weapon, the Rhino 454 Casull. The 454 Casull is a very solid round. Highly recommend if you want to pistol hunt with when it comes to hunting black bear to pick this bad boy up. And now we're going to move on to shotguns. Now I'm only going to be covering 2 shotguns today in today's video. So we're going to come down here to... Where are you? Oh, right here. The Miller Model 1891. Very fun 10-gauge shotgun, and it slaps really hard, just like the semi-auto version. This one's just lever action. You can find this bad boy in the Smoke and Barrels Pack DLC. And further down, we actually have... Oh, did I already pass him? I think I already did. Wait. What? I'm confused. Where is he? Ah, he's right here. I'm just blind. Ignore me. He's laughing at me now. I understand. The Strandberg 10 gauge is a very phenomenal rifle. It's semi-auto, and it is just a very fun shotgun to use for hunting black bear. This is my personal shotgun recommendation when it comes to hunting. And you can find that bad boy in the high caliber pack as well. So this pretty much concludes all my weapon recommendations, and we're going to move on to the animal profile. So I will see you guys there. And here we are at the black bear's animal profile. So we're going to start on the left-hand side and do a quick breakdown of this. On the left-hand side here, we have the class, we have the difficulty, the silver, gold, and diamond threshold. We have the weight from least to greatest in kilograms and in pounds. And we also have the information for the great one included there. And then down below that, we have our fur types organized from common, rare, very rare, and then we have the great ones information included. Now in the middle of the map, I don't really need to go over this too much since we already covered it in the first section. As I mentioned, there's no hot spots really for black bear, as once you kill them, they can appear anywhere on the map. But I recommend checking the rivers more often because that's how it worked out for me a lot better. I just found a lot of level 7s, level 6s, and 8s. It could be different for your map, but that's where I spend most of my time when it comes to hunting black bear. Moving on, we're going to cover the right-hand side. We didn't cover time zones because there's no need, as all the information is condensed here for you to make your life a lot easier when it comes to hunting. Down below that, we have our ammo chart, which is basically covering all the full integrity rounds that you can use when hunting black bears. That's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and a sub. It helps me out a lot. I have a lot more guides coming out. Next, we're going to be doing moose, bobcat, and then raccoon, so keep your eyes peeled if you're wanting more information for those fellas. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a very wonderful day. Happy hunting, and I will see you in the next one.